Alright, we are going to quickly get through trapezoid, okay? So, everybody make sure you're paying attention. Headphones are out of our ears. Alright, so, here's a trapezoid. It's also a quadrilateral. The only difference is that there's only one set of parallel sides. And so, this top and bottom, those are parallel. Okay? These two sides have to equal to 180, or the two angles. So this angle and this angle have to equal 180, and this angle have to equal 180. Okay, so this is just a standard trapezoid. You also, okay, let's stop. You have a standard trapezoid, okay? So, number one is a standard trapezoid. So it says find angle D. Well, if these two have to equal 180, then you would find C by doing 180 minus 125, which is what? 55. So this is 55 degrees. Okay. Now, if we want to find, see, all I know is that those are parallel. Okay, let me go ahead and inform you of something else. There's also an isosceles trapezoid. What does it mean if there's an isosceles triangle?
Two sides are the same.
Okay, so that's what an isosceles trapezoid means, is that two sides are the same. And the only two sides that can be the same are the legs. There's a base, so this is a top base, and this is a bottom base, and then you have your legs. So like the legs are the one that's keeping it up, the base is the one that's on the floor. Okay? If your legs are the same, if your legs are congruent, then it's an isosceles trapezoid. And why that's important is because if it's an isosceles trapezoid, whatever this angle is the same thing. And whatever this angle is the same thing. So, and number 2, is this an isosceles trapezoid?
Yes.
Yes. This is the same as this. So then if angle K is 40, so is angle J. So this has to be 40. Well, these two angles that are on the side have to make 180. So what is angle M?
140.
And that also makes angle L.
140.
So your answer is 140. Yeah, that's why we save these for last. Okay, so what if I told you that number 1 is an isosceles trapezoid? What if I said that this was an isosceles trapezoid? What would angle D be?
55.
55.
The top one would be 125.
Yep. Okay, one more important part about a trapezoid is called its mid-segment. So there's this line, and it's in the very middle of the bases. So you have like the average, basically. You have base and a base, and then in between the two bases, perfectly, is the mid-segment. Okay, so in number 3, if HJ is 32 and LK is 60, you want to find the middle. Well, you literally just pretend you're finding the average. If this is 32 and this is 60, let's add them together and divide by what? And that'll give you MN. Oh, that was the answer. Okay, well, just so you can see, what's the difference between 46 and 32?
14.
So this difference should be the same thing. 60 minus 46 should be 14 as well, is it?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, you try number 4. Oh, this is a little different. Okay, so number 4 says if HJ is 18 and MN is 28. So there's 2 ways we can go about this. Isn't the difference between your base to the middle 10?
Yeah.
So wouldn't the difference between the middle to the other base also have to be 10?
38.
So if it's from here to here is 10 steps, to get from here to here has to be 10 steps as well. So your answer would be what, class?
38.
Yep. Trapezoids are your friends.
Yep. That's fine to get.
All right, we are going to stop there. That's it for a trapezoid.